thought Vice was one of your favorite movies. It is. It's a really great movie by Adam McKay. I thought that was also Vice.
Investigative journalist named Elizabeth Lane went
It's
viral
live
on
and it's
X
not even an actual
because what she
docuseries. It's just
authored
their
about
standard
Erika
stream. That's
was
it.
brilliant. It just was objectively brilliant. It gave voice to what millions of people worldwide were feeling, but didn't exactly know how to express. And I'm going to read you her words in their entirety because I think it's very important, okay? Elizabeth Lane wrote, "I'm going to be blunt. I have reached the point where I find Erika Kirk to be deeply disturbing, not because of rumors or gossip, but because of consistent, observable patterns of behavior. To be clear, everything I say in this post is my opinion. I am not claiming this is a fact. I am saying this is what I think Erika Kirk is. I come from the world of acting and modeling. I have spent years around social climbers, opportunists, image curators, and people who treat relationships like ladders. That is why I left that world. Most of these people are shallow and harmless. A few are dangerous. Erika falls into the latter category not because she is just ambitious, but because of how calculated and performative her ambition appears to be. I believe she may be a psychopath. What stands out immediately is the reaction that she provokes in other people, which is very common with psychopaths. Across the board, including people who support her publicly, the private reaction is the same. It's, I can't watch her. It's not a criticism, it's just a physical discomfort. People turn off interviews because the presentation feels artificial to the point of being unbearable. Let me explain. That kind of response does not happen accidentally and does not happen often. Research in psychology shows that humans are highly sensitive to emotional incongruence, mismatches between a facial expression, tone, and content. When the effect appears simulated rather than genuine, the brain registers it as a threat. This activates discomfort and avoidance.
Do you really think shitting on Candace will make your Zionist friends like you as Muslim? I think you need to be lobotomized if you think I shit on Candace Owens so my Zionist friends like me. There's nothing fucking dumber than a guy who thinks that like there's a sinister purposes to my commentary beyond me just saying what I believe. That's it. You are Middle Eastern, Habibi. Yeah, and you're a fucking dog. Dumbass.
Person on earth to be a suspect, if not for the FBI's terrible
Islamophobic
mistakes.
chatter? No, that chatter is probably fucking Muslim himself. And he's one of those dumb fuck Muslims, and there are many of them out there in the Ummah that fucking got duped by Andrew Tate initially when Andrew Tate was like, I'm Muslim now. Okay? There's that classic attitude when like these guys love Candace Owens now. They love Candace Owens because she sticks it to not just Israel, but to the Jews. So there's plenty of fucking dumb fuck reactionaries who are on the right side when it comes to the issue of Israel, but totally are oblivious to what these guys are trying to do. You clocked it, check first message. Yeah. Sorry, I feel like you're only big media person who actually understand us Middle Eastern Habibi 100% United States of Israel. Candace Owens is great, bro. What a dirty cockroach coward. Ben Shapiro just hates Arabs. Like, there are a lot of people who just straight up look at this as, oh my God, this is still going. What the fuck? How long is this goddamn Twitter post? Why is she fucking reading this Twitter post? There are a lot of people out there. There are a lot of people out there who just look at this as like, oh, well, anyone who defends Arabs, even if they're shitting on Jews, is good in my book. And it comes from a place of like, I understand where it comes from. It comes from a place of just like being desperate for alliances. Nobody fucking protects Muslims out here. So when they see someone who does, or at least attacks the people who attack Muslims, A lot of people in the Ummah go, oh, this is fantastic. Candace Owens spent the better part of her career up until this last 2 years shitting on Muslims every fucking day of the week, dumbass. Only recently has she had a quote-unquote change of heart. If you're dumb enough to believe it, then that's on you. It's the same shit with like black people who now fuck with Candace Owens, right? Like, she has spent most of her career shitting on black people. She did a documentary on George Floyd. She is one of the most aggressive white supremacist commentators out there. And people fall for it. I mean, it's fine. Like, I agitate. I like leaning into it. I appreciate that she's destroying. I appreciate that she's, destroying the conservative media ecosystem. And I do think that she is sincerely anti-Israel, especially now. I also do think that she is sincerely anti-Semitic.
It's not grief. It's the absence of emotional continuity. Performances can be learned. Trust me, as a former actress, I can speak to that. But emotion cannot be improvised or mimicked if you've never experienced it. That's why I think we are dealing with a psychopath who has never really experienced these emotions and does not know how to play them. And audiences feel it instantly. It's fake. Again, this is just my opinion. It's a good place to start. It is a good place to start because there are a lot of things that Elizabeth said there that I think I am going to be able to prove, adapting her personality to suit the people that she meets, the lies that she tells. I've done a lot of work here speaking to ex-boyfriends, speaking to old classmates. I really wanted to get a sense of who Erika was. And also, in a word, yes, I concur. There is something about her. I don't know any single personality in the media or politics that has had the same effect that Erika has had on people worldwide. She's a rare bird, okay? She has actually managed to unify the left and the right on a single perspective. Think about that, how amazing that is. Say what you will about Hillary Clinton, but she had a true following on the left, right? It was a bloody match back in 2016. Now, beyond Erika, what Elizabeth is diving into here is psychology, right? She's guessing and she's speaking about psychology, a social science that was created, to be very clear, by German mystical Jews, right? They believed in mystical Judaism. They were practicing the occult. Now, if you are a regular viewer of this show, you know that I have sort of obsessed myself with this history over the past 2 years, the books that we read in book club, all about the very dark history of modern psychology and its direct relationship to child abuse, trauma-based mind control. That's what the book, The Assault on Truth, lays out. This person wasn't just an author that was guessing when he wrote this book. He was in control of the Sigmund Freud archives and lost his entire career just trying to ring the alarm on what these scientists knew. He explains that they abuse children with the goal of transforming them into future psychopaths that can be controlled. That is the science that was brought here to America via Operation Paperclip. What began as Project Monarch in Germany ultimately became MK Ultra in America. The Manson murders, the 60s, all of that was our government, CIA gone wild after the assassination of JFK.
It's just crazy because like everything she says about the CIA, Operation Paperclip, like that's all correct. But she has to start off by being like, and psychology is a Jewish mysticism science. Like, what? You're both anti-Semitic and also anti-Nazi? Like, how does this fucking work?
With curious ties to the military. Yeah, MK Ultra.
She literally is taking the most insane position on anti-Semitism, which is that Adolf Hitler was a Jew and that the Nazis were technically also Jewish and operating at the behest of the organized Jewry. Okay? It's crazy. It's the most like insane position you can arrive at. She's pro-bag, full stop. I mean, it's true, but it's like,
merely mentioning MK Ultra on Tim Dillon's show. How bizarre. Why is the president of France, who himself is a victim of minor sex abuse, so concerned about that conversation being opened up? Independent study into Sigmund Freud and what he and his colleagues were doing in Vienna is crucial for you to understand what is going on in this world and the way that the world works, okay? Now, pivoting back to Erika and her story, I will tell you my personal opinion and my experience with her. What alarms me about Erika isn't so much the fact that she lies, which we will prove to you over and over again, but it's also the fact that I don't know that she's aware that she's lying. It's almost as though she doesn't remember. Like the version that she's telling us today or yesterday was just recently downloaded into her mind, and she therefore thinks it's true.
I get annoyed with the schizomaxing. I'll be honest. Like, it's just so all over the fucking place, dude.
Fully aware that she's lying, because it's like some of the lies are so stupid. She's just sort of going. I want you to also know, by the way, of course, we reached out ahead of this episode. We reached out to her specifically with just 4 questions pertaining to past statements that she's made that do not appear to align with the reality of what we have discovered. Okay. For example, here's just one example. We are told that Erika Franzwey was raised by a strong, independent, entrepreneurial, single mother who taught her how to be a good Christian, a devout Catholic mother. Lori Franzwey, right? As an aside, that this Catholic mom, who am I to judge Catholics, but she's been married 4 times that I can see. We'll talk about that more down the line. More importantly, though, you will recall that Erika sat down for an in-person interview with the New York Times days after Charlie was publicly assassinated, and she confirmed to them that the least traumatizing part about Charlie's assassination was the prospect of her now having to raise her children alone. She wasn't traumatized by that idea because she had seen the example set for her by her mother growing up. As People magazine later echoed, quote, Erika Kirk has learned a lot from her mother, Lori Franzwey. After welcoming her daughter in November of 1988, Franzwey divorced Erika's father, Kent Franzwey, and raised her as a single mother in Scottsdale, Arizona. Lori spent nearly 2 decades working for General Electric before founding multiple companies in the network security industry, according to her LinkedIn. So you can see they're seeding the public with the idea that you can raise kids and be a single mom and also be a CEO and boss babe it. Okay. The only problem is that it's just not true. Erika was not raised by a single mother, like at all. Erika's father, Kent Franzwey, by the way, he's Kenneth Franzwey, but he goes by Kent, was always in her life. So much so that for entire years of her childhood, Kent was actually a stay-at-home dad. So almost the exact opposite thing was true at one point. Now, you don't have to take my word for it. You can actually take Erika's. Take a listen.
Hold on. I do not want to knock the stay-at-home
My
dads.
Spotify.
I do not.
I don't have a
There
Spotify.
are some who had to temporary have to switch that role. That happened to my parents a long time ago.
What the fuck are you
Granted,
talking
they
about,
got a
Chatter?
divorce, so that
I
probably
literally
falls into
don't have a
your
Spotify account.
bucket, but
I am an anthropologist.
my dad was a stay-at-home dad for a few years, and I gotta say it was really sweet and really special. I was 4, but that was...
Of course, it's not an indictment of the morality.
No,
I'm
but if
talking
you're
about-
saying from the
it's
get-go,
it's an-
I want to be a stay-at-home...
it is a imbalance.
Dad.
It's an imbalance of nature.
So, stay-at-home dad for a couple of years. She remembers it, so I would assume it started at 4 for a couple
What?
of years. People don't typically remember being 1 and 2, and now he wasn't in her life. Now, to be clear, Erika was 10 years old when her parents divorced in 1998. So her father was very much a part of her early childhood, and he did not stop being involved in her teenage years either. I've spoken with classmates, past boyfriends, and people are generally bewildered as to why Erika is now publicly representing as though she does not have a relationship with Kent, the man that she claims is her father, at least. Or
What the fuck is this?
also, something she fails to mention is that even if you removed Kent, Erika was raised
I have
with
no
her
idea what this
stepfather
is, bro.
in her home, a man named Larry Ginta. In her high school yearbook, actually, Kent is included, her father, biological father, in a collage.
There's motherfuckers uploading my shit to Spotify and they don't even mention that it's a fan account? That's crazy. I mean, fuck it, whatever.
But
Have
he's
fun.
featured there too. You've got Larry in the photo because he has been a fixture in her life since before her parents' divorce was ever finalized. Because both he and his son are also in the collage. I confirmed with classmates Larry and Lori were together since Erika's elementary school days. In other words, Erika grew up in a situation that is now termed as a bonus dad. Both her biological father and her stepfather figure were present and all living in and around the Scottsdale area. So why this little public misrepresentation? I would be super offended if I was a stay-at-home dad. And then suddenly you've got someone saying, it was all alone. My mom did it all by herself. Now you will see throughout this investigation that there are a lot of little wrinkles like this in Erika's story. The question is, what broader purpose do they serve? Because I thought about that, and I remember reading in Xavier Poussard's book, Becoming Brigitte, that it is actually an intentional strategy of deception, a strategy used by the media in creating and curating a legend about, in this case, he was talking about Brigitte, how the press would intentionally make minor edits or overlook certain dates, small adjustments made over a long period of time, a date wrong here, an age miscalculation there, just ever so slightly, because minor tweaks over a long period of time aren't noticeable, even though...
Is that a book implying that Brigitte Macron is a man? Is that that's the book?
To be immediately frustrating about examining Erika's life. Minor tweaks that almost look like they could be
Is
mistakes.
this psycho making an argument that, like, she's still tying it back to Brigitte Macron somehow? She's saying, like, Erika Kirk and Brigitte Macron are both phonies. They're fakers. Brigitte is a man and lying about it. And Erika Kirk killed Charlie Kirk.
On December 6th, it tells us that she was born at Good Samaritan Hospital. Fantastic. To Kent and Lori Franzwey. Check. Amazing. By the way, it's just something to know about Good Samaritan Hospital. A little fun fact. That actually used to be the U.S. Marines Hospital. One that once upon a time caused a little bit of a scandal for unethically experimenting on the brains of patients. Anyway, the story goes that the U.S. Marine Hospital just up and decided to gift the hospital to the Catholic Sisters of Charity out of the goodness of their Marine hearts or something, because our military is known for that, just being really, really kind and giving up hospitals. Point is, we learned from this newspaper clipping that Erika was born on November 20th. and she maintains that birthday today. But oddly, that would be news to her parents. Kent and Lori, for whatever reason, think that Erika was born 2 days later on November 22nd. We know this because of their divorce filings, which took place in 1998. On that divorce initial filing, Lori, who filed, lists Erika as having been born on November 22nd, multiple times. Now, in case you're thinking, well, maybe this was a mistake, you should know that the filing done by her mother, Lori, only has 4 statements of fact. It's effectively a one-pager. One of the facts is that Kent and Lori were married on November 20th, 1995 in Marblehead, Massachusetts. So they decided to get married on Erika's, what would have been Erika's 7th birthday. Okay, that's strange. I mean, at least the birthday she says she has, but this document is saying, no, she's born 2 days later. So I guess it wasn't her 7th birthday. Attached to this document, which was filed on July 20th, 1998, is another document that I can only assume was scanned in with an intention to further confuse people. It's a separation agreement, which is not notarized. It's not dated, so it's almost not relevant. And it completely edits the date of the marriage between Kent and Lori from November 20th, 1995 down to November 7th, 1982. A casual 13 years and 13 days wiped out, okay? Like I said, you can just ignore that because I think that document was just put in there to confuse people. Take it from me, I'm a notary, one in the state of New York, although my license is expired. You can't just skip over a notary portion of a document.
How do I see the chat, bro? Where's the chat? Where's the chat? Also, why is the viewership stuck at 142,000? Oh my God, it's 213,000. Oh,
It notarized, okay?
my God.
But it's going to get even more absurd when we examine the divorce decree. So for the uninitiated,
Oh, this
the
shit's
first document,
botted.
just the filing.
Never mind.
By Lori and pursuing a divorce.
Nah, this shit's
Here are
hella
the facts,
botted.
and
Oh,
now
this is botted
what
as
comes after that is
fuck.
the decree.
No. It's unbelievably botted. Oh my God. Dude, we got 36,000 people in here watching. Look at this. Look at my chat. Look at my chat versus Candace Owens's. Nah, slow mode or not, doesn't matter. Turn on all, show all messages. I have it. It's on live, dumbass. Change it to live chat, not top chat. Okay. Take a day off. Does anyone else have the suggestion, once again, of a thing that I've already done? Would you also like to catch a ban? Would you also like to eat it? Middle-aged ladies aren't chatting like HasanAbi has? No, dude. No shot. Have you tried not being a grumpy meanie? No.
And again, this is just a general suspicion, is that this was done
Dude, come on.
after
My
the fact.
fucking chatters
Maybe
are
someone had a
typing
friend
thought
down
in
at the
her
county
chat.
clerk who was responsible for scanning those docs into the system. And they just kind of did that. Because that's not real life. That's just not real life. And once again, that has another casually added separation agreement, which is still not notarized, with an entirely different date of marriage. And the crazy part is that the separation agreement, in that separation agreement, Kent Francevey is waiving his rights to an attorney with no notary present. He just agrees that Lori's lawyer.
Like virtually no one is responding to anything that she's saying. Have you noticed that as well?
Plausible marriage dates between Kent and Lori Francevey across 2 documents.
Look,
I should also
Her
add
entire
that
chat
I
is
could not find
my
a single
fucking
trace of their
chatters.
alleged marriage in Marble
Her
Wood,
entire chat
Massachusetts.
is my
That
chatters.
doesn't exist,
Do
but
you
I can
think
find it
a
across my feed.
36,000
In
person
Marblehead, I would like to say,
live
is certainly an
viewership
interesting
channel
town to pick because it's the
would be
recognized
capable of
birthplace of the
rating
Marine Corps.
another content creator's
Hearing the
live
same
chat
thing
when they have 213,000 viewers? It's
Now, I should
completely
note, be
fake.
responsible here that there are divorce-related documents.
It's
that are
just
available
my chat in there.
Ohio
Look at this.
online that
Everyone's
people
typing
are not
fa.
allowed to have access to. People have privacy. That makes sense. So it's entirely plausible that they went in and fixed these glaring.
They're watching the
errors
film.
for
Do you chat at the
a
cinema?
judge. We're supposed to believe a judge. signed
Oh
off
my
on
God.
saying that he
There
did
are
it.
more intelligent life forms
just to
inside of
demonstrate
this
to you
botted ass
how
chat
even
than my
the most
actual human
mundane
chat.
facts about Erika's
Anyone who
life
doesn't realize that this
are
is a
frustrating to
clear cut
verify.
indication
And that's just an
of
appetizer, my friends.
unimaginable botting
Because then we received a very
is dumber than the
interesting
actual
email
bots
from
that are
Sweden.
being deployed in the chat.
Yeah, my Sweden fans. What's
Okay.
Up? What's up, Sweden?
After I started looking at the
then
fucking
we
chat,
to even more questions
literally
about
everyone from
Erika's
here went over there and
story.
started typing in there.
We are going to be right back after a break. All right, you guys, some good news.
36,000 viewers in this community, 200,000 viewers watching her right now, and her entire chat. There's not a single fucking chatter amongst 213,000. That's like, what's going on with this chat right now? Really? Really? Are you guys that fucking stupid? Actually, are you that stupid? One chatter, stellar research, Candace, thank you. One. This person says, I'm a bot, making fun of, really? Are you fucking insane? I'm willing to bet I'm giving her more real viewership right now than she has. I'm willing to fucking bet. What? 200,000 people is the equivalent of everyone in Scottsdale, Arizona watching her. There's literally no way it's not bitter. Wait, what? Oh, botted, you mean? Bro, 225,000 viewers. Not a single person is replying to anything Candace Owens is saying. Everyone is spamming fa. Everyone is fucking spamming in the chat. Really? You think that's real? What do you think a real viewer count is? I'm willing to bet her real viewership is not even 5K right now. Okay? Maybe 5K. Maybe 5K. It is insane. Like, if she had the real viewership, if she had an actual viewership of 10K, it wouldn't be this easy to overtake her chat. I'm realizing that this is completely fucking fake. Even her donos are like not as like even people that are donating are not donating as much and as frequently as they were before. Is she paying for the bots? I don't know. I don't know if she's smart enough. Nah, there was 6K waiting for her for 50 minutes before she started. I don't know. I don't think you can bot the viewer like the waiting room. But this is like obviously, look, like free Kaya. This person is spamming free Kaya. Like, that's my viewer. You know what I mean? That's one of my haters now all over at Candace Owens' chat. Like, this is not a real chat. This is not a real live stream. I'm sorry. There's no fucking way that this is a real live stream.
Abbas, Stanley, Wallstad, Franz Fay. was openly committing fraud. We can't say that. What we can confirm to you, however, is that if she was doing that, breaking the law and committing.
When I went live on YouTube the first time, I had 80K viewers. When I unlocked super chats, like remember what the chat looked like on YouTube when I went live on YouTube? It broke the fucking actual metrics. It broke the actual live chat over and over again. You couldn't read anything. She got to have more than 5K. The way she gets around all over the timeline, she got to have more motion than that. I think she does have more motion than on other days, but it's not 200K motion. They're still spamming Fa and Free Kaya. There's like, I have yet to see one real chatter in there. Chatters, if you want to spam Fa, instead of spamming Fa, spam, talk to Hasan about this. Talk to Hasan about this issue. Or unblock Hasan. Unblock HasanAbi.
She wasn't lying. She's always arrested on a lottery charge. The state police had a search warrant, and when they entered her house, they found a quantity of number slips. She was sentenced to pay the cost and $200 or 5 months in the county jail.
Here is Sneeko rating Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro almost has a mental breakdown after Sneeko's chat flooded his comments saying free Palestine.
Total domination.
I think there's a lot to glean from
look,
look at it. But there's a lot
look,
optimism.
Look, everyone is saying W Sneeko, W Nick, hi Sneeko, free Palestine. And they had in their chat at this point, I think they had like 6,000 viewers, right?
Have to know
look at the entire chat.
Is back.
So, Michael, well, actually, no, I've barred Drew from this conversation for too long, and I can see that he really wants to talk about the State of the Union address.
I actually do want to say something, though, about what Isabel said and what Noel said before. I think the great triumph of the speech was a negative triumph.
Bro!
That's how you can tell. No, Candace never reads her chat. That's cope, dude. That's cope. You guys don't understand. Don't you understand the difference between a video premiering and live streaming? She's not live streaming. Why would anyone type anything? No, she is live streaming. That's not a premiered video. That's a live stream. This is a live stream. She will every now and then. Oh, is it pre-recorded? Is this even pre-record? Is this actually pre-recorded? How the fuck does she take comments then at the end of it? It's always pre-recorded? No, she reads super chats, man. Are you guys crazy? By the way, even then, even if it's pre-recorded, if this was a real premiere viewership, there would still be... Dude, don't test me on this shit, okay? This is literally, like, you come to me and you try to oppose me on issues that pertain to politics. That's one thing, okay? We can have a disagreement. I know more on this as a live streamer for 8 fucking years than you do. I don't know why you guys can't fucking comprehend this, okay? I know more about this than you do. I'm sorry. Even if it's a literal fucking premiere, have you ever watched a real premiere from a real YouTube channel? Even if it's pre-recorded and it's premiering, if there are hundreds of thousands of viewers, real viewers watching, there will be comments that are related to the video in real time. Okay? I don't know why you guys are so aggressively defending Candace Owens' very clearly insanely botted viewership. It's so strange. I'm in YouTube. Can you release a video at a certain time of the live chat? But I agree with you. You're right. But also super chats can be built up offline. YouTuber is another genre, Hasan. Yes, except I've also dominated on that fucking genre as well. What are you talking about? Even when I have 20,000 fucking live viewers, there's more people chatting when I'm not even looking at my YouTube chat. Stop. As a 15 poopy peepee man, as a full-time viewer for 15 years, I think I have a better view